What is going on, Reed Nation? My name is Isaac, and we're going to be doing a video on my top 5 favorite bands of all time. So how we're going to do this is we're going to do it from number 5, and then we're going to go all the way up. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe as well. Now, number 5 on my list is a band called A Day to Remember, aka ADTR. Now, ADTR was founded in 2003. It's an American rock band from Florida, and their guitarist is named Tommy Denny, and their drummer is named Bobby Scruggs. That's a weird last name. So, if you don't know ADTR, you would probably remember one of the members named Kevin. He was actually dating Paige off of Total Divas, and that didn't really work out because now Paige is with Alberto Del Rio. But if you remember ADTR, you'll probably remember Kevin that dated Paige. Now, the reason this is on number 5 is on my list is because I barely listen to this anymore. I used to listen to ADTR a lot, but there's a lot more bands that have came out that are very new. That's one reason that is number 5 on my list. Now, number 4 on my list is MGMT. Now, if you don't know MGMT, they play on a lot of movies. If you ever even saw the trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming, they were in, the songs was in the trailer. Now, MGMT is a popular band. They get people pumped up. They're really exciting, and they have so much great music. And I would love to tell you so much about all their music, but I couldn't not in this video. They're an American rock band that was formed in 2002, so they've been around for many years. They've been around longer than, I think they've been around longer than ADTR. Now, they were formed in the university originally with Canora Records. They signed with Columbia Records and Red Ink in 2006. So they've been a really popular band for a while, but they didn't start getting really big until like the late 2000s. I'm not gonna say late 2000 because it's not really late 2000, but around probably like 2010, 2012 was where they're kind of like their peak, because that's when they started making the popular music that was on every single movie, on every single soundtrack of everything that was around the world. Like, a lot of people use their music. A lot of people use their music in intros and videos and even clips or skits. You know, they're a very popular band. Now, the reason it's number 4 on my list is because I listen to it from time to time, but it's not what I officially listen to when it comes to a rock band. Now, number 3 on my list is Imagine Dragons. Now, Imagine Dragons is one of the popular, like, bands I've ever listened to. One of the popular bands I've ever listened to. It's not number 1 on my list, and the reason for that is like I said, I don't really listen to Imagine Dragons as much as I used to, but they have so many popular songs. They have Fallen and Radioactive. Radioactive is one of the popular ones that I actually listen to. Radioactive is really good. Like, I love Radioactive. Like, when that first came out, man, that was my gym song. That was my number 1 gym song. When I went to the gym, I played that song. Like, I put it on loop. Like, it was like lit. It was lit. So Imagine Dragons have been around since 2008, and they're an alternative rock band, and they have about 4 members. Now, the members' names are Dan Reynolds, Wayne Sherman, Ben McKee, and Daniel Plasman. I apologize. So, you know, they're an American rock band. They're a really good band. Like I said before, man, I enjoy a lot of their music. Their culture is popular. Like, rock bands are really a popular thing right now. I'm not saying it's like super popular, but it's one of the popular things right now, because you have rock, you have hip hop. The rock is getting up there, man, because you've seen a lot of these musics and a lot of movies. That's why I mentioned that before. My number 2 favorite band of all time is Bastille. I don't know if I said that right, because, you know, it's a lot of ways to say this name. Bastille. So I'm gonna say Bastille. Now, if you want to correct me, you can, but there's a lot of ways to say the name. Now, Bastille is a British indie pop band formed in 2010. The group began as a solo project and lead vocalist with Dan Smith, but later expanded, included more people. Now, so Bastille has had less people in their group, and I understand, because when you start a band, usually we don't have that many people. It's like one or two, and then eventually you start, including more people. Now, Bastille is so popular with a lot of their. They have a lot of hit songs like Pompella. I don't know how to say that right. A lot of their names for their songs is like really kind of like hard to say. Now they have These Streets, they have the Sleep Song, and Oblivious was a good. They have a lot of good popular songs, and I enjoy their songs 100%, and that's why they're number 2 on my list. And if you haven't checked out any of these bands that I've said so far, make sure you check them out. I am telling you, you won't regret it. Now, number 1 on my list is my favorite all-time band compared to every single band that I've ever listened to, and that is number 1, and that's Coldplay. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why did you put Coldplay as number 1? Coldplay, before I even listened to serious hip hop, or I listened to a lot of the hip hop artists you know now, or before, I was listening to Coldplay. So Coldplay was the type of band that I was really common with, and they're just like a calm, cool, collected band. Their music is on point. They've been around since the 1996, and that's a long time. That's a long time for a band. That's longer than probably The Simpsons been on TV. Coldplay, my favorite part of Coldplay is how they get involved with the fans. With their concerts, they're very involved with their fans, and they just posted out a new album that came out December of last year, and that was Head Full of Dreams. Head Full of Dreams is like one of the most popular albums out right now, besides I think Parachutes, or I forgot which one that was called. The Ghost Stories was really good. Ghost Stories was really good. They have a lot of great albums, but Head Full of Dreams, it had a lot of features, and it had a lot of good parts on it. Music videos on point, and it even had Beyonce in it. Now, who does not want to listen to Beyonce? But that is just amazing that they actually had to put features in there. Coldplay, like I said, is one of my favorite bands of all time. Chris Martin, he is the singer of Coldplay. His voice is just incredible. He can do high pitches, and the way he does it is like no other, man. He can hit that soprano notes like no other. He can go to soprano, then he can go to tenor like really quick. It is so amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. And put in the comments down below, tell me your favorite band of all time. If you don't have a favorite band of all time, tell me which ones that you actually heard that are very common. And if you do, like I said, tell me your favorite ones. My favorite ones, like I said, are Imagine Dragons, Coldplay, Bastille, ADTR, and MGMT. So if you have any, like I said, put in the comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I was gonna say hit that like button, subscribe, but I already said it. So peace. So peace out, Renation. Deuces. One love.